Well, hello my lovely humans and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about 8 essential things you should either do or bring with yourself when you go on a racetrack. So let's go! Going to the racetrack is basically a mix between going camping and some kind of super high-risk mission, because everything has to be 100% on point, otherwise your day is ruined. So let's jump in and see the essential things that you should check before you go to the racetrack. The first thing that you should be bringing along is your bike, of course. But it's not as straightforward. You should check the track's regulations and see if they have special requirements for tire usage. It means that some tracks will have a limit on admitting you into the track if you have less than 50 or 60% of your tire left. You should be very aware of the condition of your brake pads. Your brake pads should be in good condition. You should have enough brake pad left for the track. You should check your brake lines, all the hoses, check that there are no leaks anywhere on the bike because it's dangerous. And also check that everything is bolted on and nothing is wiggling around, because anything that wiggles around on the bike will fly off at the racetrack and potentially put other riders in danger. Also check if you have to have your mirrors removed or any lights blocked off, because some track days will require that. I highly recommend removing the mirrors because really they're just a distraction, and folding them blocks part of your field of view when you're riding. So check those things. Number 2, check your gear. Now if you're going to a racetrack, I suppose that you have all your gear on point. But anyway, check the track day or organizer's website and make sure that your gear is in line with their guidelines. It will be a horrible experience if you get to the track and you forgot to bring a back protector and they require a back protector. They won't let you on the track without it. So make sure you have all the gear according to the requirements of the track or of the organizer. That's very important. Number 3, an air gauge and an air pump. Now, it's very important that you bring along the means to inflate and adjust your tire pressure during a track day, because you have to adjust the tire pressure as the tires heat up during the day, or if you're using tire warmers, you're gonna have to deflate the tires as they heat up because the air in the tires will expand. Now, an air pump is very important because if you're starting out with too low of an air pressure, you cannot be adding cold air to a hot tire because it will destabilize the temperatures inside the tire and make them cool down again. Once you have entered the track, once you have started the track day, you're going to only be deflating the tires. So you start up with a high air pressure, and as the tires heat up and as the sessions progress, you're going to have to adjust it by deflating and removing some of the air that you have in your tire. That's why it's very important to use a good, accurate air gauge and always use the same one. I use the MotoGP brand air gauge. I don't know if they still make it. I will link it down below if I can find it. Check it out, and also of course the air pump to inflate the tires at the start of your sessions before you subtract the air, as I said. So that's tip number 3. Number 4, bike stands and tire warmers. Right, tire warmers are extremely important and will make your track experience so much better. If you do not use tire warmers, you have to enter the track with wrong air pressure, and while you do some laps, the tires will heat up and the pressure will increase. So when you go out of the track again, you have to deflate them, but then when you re-enter, the tires are cold again, so you have to do a couple more laps, but your air pressure is too low, and you get my point. Tire warmers will just even everything out so you can maintain the same tire temperature and the same tire pressure throughout the entire track day and just enjoy your time instead of constantly worrying about air pressure and tire warmth and stuff like that. So tire warmers, very important. Of course, you cannot use tire warmers if you don't have bike stands, because you have to lift up your bike in order to be able to put the tire warmers, the little hot little nice blankets on your tires. Right, so if you know me from Instagram and you see my photos, you know that I use the bike lift bike stands. I recommend them 100%. These are very high quality bike stands. I will link them down below for sure. Good quality bike stands will mean that your bike will not fall off when you try to put it on the stand or when you take it off. Good bike stands are also very stable and they'll make your life so much easier. Okay, tip number 4B. If you're using tire warmers, don't forget to bring some electrical adapters and to check where does the track offer electricity outlets, because not all tracks have electricity outlets, some tracks do not have them in the paddock. You need to check what kind of electrical outlets they have, because for example Misano has a camping style outlet and you need an adapter for it. And also of course bring some extension cables, because maybe your parking will not be exactly on top of the outlet. So these are really important. Check out the track website before you go there and see where the outlets are located. Number 5, bring your basic toolkit. Now this is super important that you should bring a basic socket and ratchet kit, or at least a multi-tool of some kind. If you need to tighten something on your bike during the track day, it's extremely important. If something becomes undone, it can ruin your day, so you should have the means to quickly fix stuff on the go. You don't have to be a mechanic, but if something is, some bolt is undone, you have to tighten it, otherwise you will not be able to proceed with your track day. Such a simple fix can really make or break your day, so keep that in mind. Also, you might need to adjust the hydraulic dampening on your suspension during the day, because as the oil inside the suspension becomes hotter, it also becomes thinner. So you might need to tighten up your suspension during the day, and having the correct toolkit with you will really make stuff so much easier. So basic toolkit, you can't go wrong with that. Number 6, zip ties and duct tape. Now, zip ties and duct tape really should go with us anywhere that we go with the bike, because anything that could go wrong can be fixed with zip ties and duct tape. Yes, I know, it may be ugly, it may not look good, but if the choice is cutting your day short or slapping on some duct tape, trust me, I'll slap on some duct tape every single time. Number 7, bring a friend. Now, if you're a novice, the people that you're going to the track day with are going to make a huge difference in how you experience the track day and even in the outcome of your track day. I really advise against going with over-enthusiastic and reckless people because of obvious reasons. Racetracks and motorcycle riding at the limit is dangerous, and you don't want to have to deal with over-enthusiastic and reckless people on your track day. Now, if you have an experienced friend that maybe knows their way around the track and can show you around for a couple of laps, that's the best thing ever. So your process of learning the track will be so much quicker, and having someone who is reliable and experienced there is such a huge game changer. So if you know some guys or girls that are experienced at the particular track you're going to, just ask them if you can tag along. Most of the times people would say yes, even if you don't know them that well, because track people are nice and warm and welcoming. So just ask them if you can tag along and ask questions, ask for tips, ask for ways to get around the track. If they know any tricky corners, they will happily share their experience with you. Tip number 7B. I kind of like doing B parts of tips now, so stay with me here. Prepare yourself and get yourself ready for a track in advance. And the best way to do it is to watch some onboard videos of laps on the track, and also maybe there are some video games out there that have the track inside of them. Video games today have extremely good and accurate track simulations in them today, and I'm talking about games like Forza Motorsport. This is cars, but they have really good 3D scanned tracks. And I've learned the Mugello track by playing Forza Motorsport, if you believe it or not. Games like Assetto Corsa, they have the Imola racetrack and maybe some other ones. I actually bought the Ducati 90th anniversary game because it has Misano in it. And I really needed to learn Misano before I went there the first time, so Ducati anniversary game it is. Tip number 8. Have water on hand. When you're going to a track, maybe there is not going to be a good water source, maybe there is no shop around or a restaurant or whatever that you can get water in, and water is extremely important during the track day. If you don't stay hydrated, you cannot ride safely on a racetrack. So get enough water, keep it in your van, keep it on hand, and don't forget to drink between sessions. Right guys, so this is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've learned something valuable. If you have any novice, noob track day friends, please share this one with them because I think they can learn a lot and put their mind at ease about what is necessary to know before you go to a racetrack. Also, please leave a comment down below if you think I forgot something, and subscribe so we can see each other again. Till next time, ride safe!